The exodus continues. Another Manchester City player has been linked with an exit from Manchester City. And today, guys, it is Bernardo Silva. Let's have a look what's been saying here. Bernardo has been told that he is not part of Manchester City's plans beyond this season. And the 30-year-old has expressed a desire to return to Portugal this summer. Benfica are ready to find an agreement with Manchester City for Bernardo Silva this summer, with Jorge Mendes planning an agreement on terms. Everything will be done to facilitate a smooth process. However, the £50 million release clause is impossible for Benfica. What are our thoughts on this? What are your guys' thoughts? Let me know in the chat. Let me know in the comments. My thoughts are I think personally it is the right time for Bernardo Silva to move on. Yes, he runs a lot. Yes, he puts in effort. Yes, he shows a lot of passion. But there's more to football than just passion and running around the football pitch. You have to show quality. And in my opinion, I've not seen really any quality from him this year. And to be honest with you, even last year, I didn't really see too much quality either. I think since the treble year, which he was phenomenal, and of course kept Riyad Mahrez out the team for a lot of that, I think he has declined. I don't think it's his own fault, personally. I think we've ran him into the ground. As I've said many, many times, he reminds me of like an 8 or 9-year-old car. You look at the car and go, oh, yeah, it's not that bad, only 8 or 9 years old, but it's got 300, 400,000 miles on the clock. We've simply ran him into the ground. And I think in this, this summer for me, I really think it's about time we refresh this squad. I'm hearing a lot of people say we're letting too much experience go. We're letting too many of the old players go. I just completely disagree from my point of view. I think that you have to let these players go. Then if they're not good enough, don't keep them. There's no point. Yeah, if the player's good enough, and I think this is where maybe Kevin De Bruyne and maybe Kovacic sort of fall into this debate, even though Kovacic sort of, a lot of people don't like it, is are they still good enough to offer something? I don't think Bernardo's offering me anything at all right now. Yeah, I think Kovacic can offer me something as a 4th or 5th squad player. I think De Bruyne can offer something as experienced last week against Crystal Palace. But Bernardo, no, not for me. And listen, he said previously that he wants to go back to Benfica at the age of 32. He's going to be 31. He's going back 1 year earlier. The fee, we're not going to get 50 million quid. We're not going to get anywhere near that. I think you're probably going to be looking at 20, 25 million quid. It's the only place he wants to go. And listen, that'll be straight profit, remember, because he has no value on our books. He's been there that long. That'll be straight profit, 20, 25 million, straight profit, and we can replace him. Now, who's the replacement? I don't know. Is McAtee? I see McAtee as a potential replacement, but he's probably going to be sold. Is it going to be Al Kouch from I think he's at Monaco, Algerian, I think he is as well. And could it be him? Don't know. We have been linked with him in the last couple of weeks. But I think this is the right move, personally. I think we've got to get these guys out that have done loads of stuff for the football club, legends of the club. But in my opinion, I think it's time to go. I think they've been here too long. It's gone stale. And I don't think he's going to be able to get back to his best, which we saw 2-3 years ago. He's only going to get older. He's only going to get even slower. Remember, he's clocked in he's the second slowest player in the Premier League, according to the stats. Yeah, and I know he runs a lot, but he's too slow, and we need to speed this team up. It's far too slow. Let him move on. As for the experience thing, you've got Haaland, experienced. Foden is very experienced. He's played over 350 games for club and country. Ruben Diaz, Rodri's coming back into the side. All very, very experienced. Gavardio's played at World Cups. You know what I mean? We have a lot of experience. Yeah, they're not 29, 30. I don't think they need to be 29, 30. I personally just think that's overdone. I think it's overdone. I think get these players out, get fresh players through the door, and let's go into next year with fresh players, a sort of new philosophies. Maybe Pep changes the system up a little bit, and it's fresh and it's exciting, and we're seeing players that we've not seen before. Yeah, for me, that's how we should approach it. Now, I know some City fans think this is the wrong move, and that's fine, completely fine. That's a completely reasonable opinion to have, that you want to keep Bernardo Silva. But if you're keeping him because of experience, I just don't agree with that opinion personally. You know, if you think he might be able to get back to his best, who knows if he can get back to his best? But he's 30. He's going to be 31. Typically, players do get worse as they get older. And I don't even think he's going to be playing in the starting 11 next year. For me, I want fresh players. And Bernardo Silva, of course, he's a legend of the football club. Yeah, I don't think he'll get a statue, but he'll probably get something similar to Fernandinho or Yaya Toure, where they'll get like a training pitch named after him, or some sort of like memorial, or not memorial. That sounds like he's dead. Something like, like a plaque. but that's even worse probably. I don't know. You know, something that basically memories him. Maybe memorial is a thing then, isn't it? I feel like memorial sounds like someone died, isn't it? But you know what I mean, though, isn't it? Like something to recognise what he's done for this football club, innit? Because he has been a brilliant player, and the fact he kept Riyad Mahrez out of the side in the treble year for the majority of the games is incredible, and that's how good he was that year. Riyad Mahrez, obviously, you know, very unlucky not to get in the side, but yeah, now big up to Bernardo Silva, man. You're a brilliant player, fantastic signing. I think we only spent 50 million quid on him as well, so we've got our money's worth. We really have. But if we're being completely honest, he's not played well for 2 years. Yeah, he's not played well this year. He wasn't great last year, and I think for me, it's time to move him on and say thank you for everything you've done. Go enjoy Benfica, which was his original plan. It's just 1 year earlier. What it does do, and I think this is where we can all agree, whether you want him gone or not, is it puts a lot of pressure on the board. You know, the sporting team to get these players through the door, the new signings. But I think they're up for the task. I think January showed me and demonstrated that these guys are serious, that they're not messing around. And I'm very confident that they will land the targets that they need to land, because if they don't, then people will rightly ask questions, especially the people that are saying don't let players like Bernardo go. I think if they don't end up landing the right targets, people are going to be like, why the fuck did you let Bernardo go when you've got this guy and he's trash, or they don't get anyone in at all? I am very confident that this summer the club is going to move ruthlessly. It's going to move efficiently. It's going to get the players through the door. We've already seen, because personally, my opinion is, I think Costa's basically done as the goalkeeper. I think that'll be done. Mate, we'll probably try and haggle, because we probably won't want to pay 60 million release clause, but I think that's done. I think Cambiaso's done. It's actually left back. It's your goalkeeper done. I think Morgan Gibbs-White is done, if I'm being completely honest with you. I think it's pretty much done deals. That's your left eight, your eight. So the only things that need to be done then is a right back, your creator, which will be Wirtz, centre back, and maybe a winger. But if I'm being honest with you, I think the winger gets pushed out to 2026, and I think the centre back might get pushed out to 2026 if he's going to use Gavardio as a centre back. Because if he's going to use Gavardio as a centre back, you've got Gavardio, Diaz, Huzanov, Akanji, Ake, Stones. You know what? I actually don't think them players leave. I think Vita Hayes gets loaned out, and I think next year Stones will leave, Ake might leave. We might bring Vita Hayes, Juma Bar back. We'll probably buy a centre back, buy a winger, and then the team then effectively is completely rebuilt from the side that it is now. But it is very sad, man. You know what I mean? And I've seen a lot of passionate people out there on Twitter putting their points across. You know what I mean? In defence of Bernardo Silva, saying he should not be going. This is a poor decision from the football club. And I understand that, because at the end of the day, when you've got these legends at the club, you don't want them necessarily to leave. It's sad, but for me, you've got to move with the times. And Bernardo Silva, I think it's the right time for him to go. Let's win this FA Cup. Let's win this FA Cup. And then whoever it leaves, whether it's just Kev, whether it's Kev, Gundo, Bernardo, Cover, whoever it is. Yeah, Cover obviously is not a legend, but like, these players that we love as City fans, let's win that FA Cup. Let's watch them lift that trophy. And then if they are going to be moved on, they're left with a trophy and all the other trophies that they've won, man. Let's not go out on a fucking, win nothing, man. That FA Cup is so important to me this year. So important to me. And I know there's people who are like, I don't give a shit about trophies. Right, whatever. But I care about the players. I care about the players. And for me, I want these players to go out with the trophy. Yeah, I want them to be at Wembley, lifting that FA Cup in front of the City fans, and then announce they're going. You know what I mean? That's what I want to see. But yeah, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below. Do you think that Bernardo leaving is the correct decision? I do. Are you worried about the lack of experience that the side might have next year? I don't. And yeah, thoughts on sort of the pressure that's on the board, because there is a lot of pressure on the board, but I reckon they're up to the task. I think the fact Tiki's staying for the summer shows you that they are serious, because there's so much going on this summer, so much that Viana can't handle it on his own. Tiki can come in and just, you know, lend a helping hand where needs be. But at the same time, I do want Viana to be driving this summer. He's the guy. He's the new man. Yeah, Tiki can assist him, but I want Viana. You're the guy. You're driving this transfer window. Tiki can help out where needs be. But yeah, we're going to be in for a big summer, guys. Let me know your thoughts and comments. Smash a like on the video. If you've not already checked out Saeed Bingo from yesterday, it might be one of the greatest ones we've ever done yet. Go and check it out on the second channel, More LB. Links in the description. It's an absolute cracker. Noradin goes off. The rant is crazy. Go and check that out. Smash a like on the video, and I'll see you later, 6 p.m. Me and Hugh.